Welcome to another exciting week in crypto as we get closer to this April 20th halving. I hope you've all been doing your research, pulling your self-directed investor selves together, and understanding what's been released this last week and what it means to you. So, I hope you've done your budgets and you've planted something in April before now. If not, then what we're seeing in the course of this last week on the block, still trying to figure out how to get this right. So on theblock.com, they're talking about Bitcoin having gone up on Thursday. However, the ECB is going to hold the rates steady at the $70,000 platform. And when you read that article, the ECB stands for the European Central Bank. So the European Central Bank is going to hold all the rates right here at the $70,000 price range between here and the halving as their plan, unless they see that it has some negative repercussion on interest rates. Otherwise, they're going to hold it at 70,000. It may go up from 70 to 79 or something like that, but they're talking about stabilizing it so that the rates don't go back down into the 60,000 range. So if you haven't planted in April and you're still wanting to, this $70,000 price range is going to be your new cost basis. Pardon me. So with that in mind, you need to look at your portfolio, what you've been investing so far, what fractional shares or whole coins you would happen to have. Do your budget this month after the 20th so that you can figure out on your portfolio how much you're wanting to sell off if you are going to do that, instead of holding on until 2028 for the next halving to make what you've got right now boom even more. So if you're planning on after 420 or on 420 of selling any part of your portfolio off to get the gains on Bitcoin's increase, because this is going to be the most significant halving we've had so far, then my recommendation is not to sell off 100% of it. You want to keep some part of it. I personally would recommend keeping at least 25% of it at the lower cost basis at 70,000 or lower if you have it, so that that lower cost basis can go forward in 2028 in that halving. So if what you come up with for figures is that you're going to sell off less than $10,000 of value, then you might be fine not having Coinbase One. If you're going to be selling off up to 10,000, you might want to get into Coinbase One, because after all the fees and transactions and gas fees and all those things get done, you will probably be paying more than just the Coinbase One monthly subscription fee. So you can subscribe to it, and then after you get done moving your money around, 1 month, 2 months, whatever it takes you, then you could either cancel the Coinbase One subscription or continue to maintain it, depending on what you as a self-directed investor are wanting to do with your account and whether you're just doing a one-time pull. So I would suggest getting Coinbase One to cut down on all your fees if you're going to be trading at the 10,000 level or more. And if you're going to be doing substantially more than a $10,000 trade, you might want to go into your Coinbase One subscription, which is you get into Coinbase, then you go up to the square in the upper or left-hand corner of the screen with all the dots, and you click on it, and you go to Coinbase One, you see which subscription you have currently, and there are other tier levels that you can get into, which would minimize your expenses if you're trading a high volume. So I would suggest looking into that as well. So I hope you're doing your budgets to buy what you can. If you haven't bought anything at this point, 70,000 is going to be your new cost basis. because the European Central Bank is going to stabilize these rates at 70,000. If you already have invested and you're sitting back and just waiting, I would do your budget based on your portfolio so that you can get an idea of what you're going to want to cash out if that's what you're after. And make sure that you're maintaining some of that cost basis in your portfolio by not selling off 100% of everything that you have, so that you have something to roll forward for the 2028 halving, which will be even more substantially profitable to you. And then decide what level you're selling off at. If you're under 10,000, you may be fine without Coinbase One. If you're going 10,000 or more, I would suggest at least getting Coinbase One. And if you're going substantially higher than that, then I would look into their different tier levels and get into the one that'll fit your needs. Because believe it or not, when you take all of the Coinbase fees plus the network fees and other gas fees and add all that up, you'll be paying more in all of that for a higher volume than what they're charging you. And like I said, you can get into that month to month according to their user agreement that I read this morning, and you can hold it for a month at a time. So if you subscribe to it today and then 30 days from now you don't want it anymore, you can just cancel your subscription, or you can change your subscription tier level, whichever you like. So get involved in your portfolio, determine what you're looking for, whether you're just going to be saving through this halving to the next halving, whether you're looking to cash some of your portfolio out after this halving or at this halving, and how much you're looking to get back in proceeds, and decide which tool is going to work for you the best is my suggestion. Because if you do nothing and you just get all the fees associated with it, you could be paying more than the Coinbase One subscription, especially if you have another friend out there who's already involved who can send you their Coinbase One link to where you get the free month free, and then you get a discounted rate on the subscription after that. And the more friends you invite in and cross-share your Coinbase One membership, eventually everybody will get it for free if you're doing it right. And that'll be a great place to be. And then you're saving on the fees, you got a free membership, and life is good. So I hope your life is good this next week. And continue looking at all the articles, understanding that right now the European Central Bank has stated that they're going to hold these values steady right now from here till the halving. So you're not going to get lower than 70,000 is the way it's looking right now. So we'll see what next week holds, if there's a big change in the economy that changes their mind or not. So until then, I hope that you will share my link so that other people can get in on it, because having something at 70,000, if you haven't bought into it yet, is better than nothing, because you got to get a cost basis somewhere in your portfolio at some time to go forward. It's just going to get more and more expensive the longer we wait and the more we go into the future. So I thank you for watching and hope that your self-invested director week goes well for you, and that you make these decisions this week so that you're ready for the halving next week. And it looks like next Friday, the 19th, will be my last video before we go into the halving. So I hope you're doing all that you can to prepare yourself for what it is that you're after and you want to do with your portfolio. Have a great week.